All right, boys and girls, I want to welcome you to Tone on a Budget again. Today we're going to be reviewing an amplifier, a really good amplifier as far as I'm concerned. We're going to be looking at the Fender Blues Deville Reissue. I believe it was reissued in like 2009. This particular example is a 2011, and I think they ceased production again in 2012. Don't quote me on that. My memory's not what it used to be, but that's what I think. For this review, I'm using 3 channels on the board. All the channels are EQ'd flat and fairly even as far as the gain. We are using a Sterling Audio S50 Class A studio microphone right there. We are using a Sennheiser E609 instrument microphone right there. And we also are plugged into the amp's preamp output, which is right there. For the demonstration, I'm going to be using my Gresh semi-hollow body, and we'll take it from there. As you saw in the beginning, the photos in the beginning, this thing is loaded with 4 10-inch Alnico Blue speakers. They sound phenomenal. I think this amp sounds great. It's probably one of the best sounding amps I've had in here. It is a 60-watt all-tube amplifier. It has an onboard spring reverb, a real spring reverb, not a digital, which sounds really nice. I like the reverb. It has, the controls are as follows. Let me get over here. Okay, we have volume, we have drive. This is a 2-channel amplifier. Clean and overdriven. It's not heavily overdriven. It's got a nice crunch to it. That's the drive setting. We have treble, bass, and middle, which I have set up the middle. They are flat. Then we have a master volume. We have the reverb, which I have on 3, and you can see the channel volume and the master volume I have set pretty low because this amp does get loud. This is reverb, and this is presence, which I have up the middle. Okay, so that is the controls of the amplifier. Take it off standby. And let's see here. Right now I have it dry. The reverb is turned off. Give you a little. Oh, such a nice sound this thing has. It also has a bright circuit, which I have turned on. Let me turn it off real quick, and I'll show you what it sounds like without the bright circuit. Definitely gets pretty meaty without the bright circuit. I like the tone of it with the bright circuit engaged. That is the both pickups on my Gretsch here. Volumes are all wide open. Tone is wide open. It's it is the natural sound of this guitar through this amplifier. Except I've got the volume's wide open too. gauge the reverb. Alrighty, that's with the reverb. Nice lush reverb, and it's only on 3. I don't have it cranked up too much. It will get really saturated. In fact, why don't we do that? Let me just crank this reverb up to like 9. Oh yeah, it's all there now. Alright, let me turn that back down. Okay. I'm going to put it on the bridge pickup and kick in the dirt channel. This amp to me, it does sound much like a 59 Basement, especially if you take it off the dirt channel and put it on the clean channel and crank it so that you're driving the power tubes. You definitely get a that old school Basement sound out of this thing. They sound very similar. I saw a guy do a comparison to them with them side by side, and though you're looking at a 1959 with original speakers, and then something like this that is fairly new, it's going to sound different because the speakers aren't as broken, the circuitry is not as broken. Still, you can tell the similarities. And this thing just, man, it's just such a lush sounding amplifier. These things can be found fairly inexpensively. I think this one I didn't pay a whole lot for. It was for sale at a local guitar center, which I hate to do business with, but I mean, I figured if the amp was in good shape and it survived my tests and didn't die within the first 45 days, which is, I'm probably on a month right now with the amplifier. I did some horse trading, and I traded a instrument and got this amp. So far it's held up really well. I've driven it pretty hard. done some recording with it, and it's served me really well. I mean, it sounds great. Those Alnico Blue speakers are incredible. So, yeah. Fender Blues Deville Reissue. Has a handy dandy little foot switch, and it does a fantastic job. This one's a thumbs up for me. I highly recommend this amplifier to anybody that's looking for that Fender kind of tone, or like I've got another Gresh that's a full hollow body that I'm playing rockabilly with, and this thing does great with rockabilly. I throw a little slapback delay on it and crank up the reverb a little bit, and it gets that rockabilly tone for a Gresh really nice. I mean, and like I said, it does get really loud. So, anything over 2, you're in piss your neighbors off territory. If you live in an apartment and you want to be practicing, this probably is not the amp for you, because it is a loud amp. Even at 1 or 2, it's not exactly quiet. I would look at the juniors for at-home practice. Anywho, there you have it. Tone on a budget. The Fender Blues Deville Reissue. If you see one of these things available and you're looking for that, Fender style amplifier, it's got those nice bell tones, buy this thing. It has it in spades. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. God bless and peace. Bye.